They've been declaring Bitcoin dead for 15 years, which is wild because it's up over 80 million% since launch. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Bitcoin Ratchi. I sold all my real estate, I went all in on Bitcoin, and now I spend my days making videos and my nights wondering why my friends still think I'm in a pyramid scheme. Today, we're going to go through the top 10 lies they tell you about Bitcoin. And we're not just calling them out, we're bringing receipts. By the end, you'll either be stacking sats or sending this to your uncle who heard from a guy that Bitcoin is run by space aliens. Let's get into it. All right, lie number one. You've probably heard this one before. Bitcoin is for hackers, drug dealers, and that guy in your neighborhood who smells like vape juice. Here's the truth. Chain analysis data shows that less than 1% of Bitcoin transactions are connected to illicit activity. And most of that is scams. It's not even massive drug operations. Now compare that to traditional finance, where the United Nations estimates 2 to 5% of the entire world's GDP is laundered through banks, in cash and fiat. That's hundreds of billions of dollars every single year. Pablo Escobar did not have a Bitcoin wallet. He had pallets of US dollars. If Bitcoin is crime money, then the US dollar is the Pablo Escobar starter pack. Okay, on to lie number two. This one always cracks me up. People say Bitcoin's just numbers on a screen. Here's the reality. Bitcoin is backed by mathematics, decentralization, and energy. It's a monetary network that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, anywhere in the world with no permission needed. Gold has value because it's shiny and rare. The dollar has value because a group of people in suits say so. Bitcoin has value because it works, and it does it without a banker trying to sell you a credit card. Okay, lie number three is one of the classics. It's the Bitcoin is boiling the oceans take. Let's use some real examples I dug up. First of all, Cambridge University tracks all of Bitcoin's energy use and finds it's a fraction of what's used by global data centers, and even less than US Christmas lights each year. And here's the kicker. Much of that energy is renewable, stranded, or would have been wasted. In Texas, for example, miners act as large flexible loads. That means when the grid is stressed, they can power down instantly, helping keep the lights on for everyone else. Some miners even hook up to landfill gas or flare gas from oil fields, capturing methane before it's released into the atmosphere. That actually reduces greenhouse gases. So if Christmas lights are worth the watts, so is financial freedom. Let's move to lie number four. You heard it before. Bitcoin's up 10% one day and down 8% the next. Yes, Bitcoin is volatile, but here's the thing. Volatility is dropping as adoption grows. Assets in the early adoption phase always swing wildly. The stock market did it, the internet boom did it, even the US dollar had volatile early years. And when you zoom way out, Bitcoin's volatility has been trending down for over a decade. It's as volatile as a teenager. Give it time, it's maturing, and one day it'll be so slow and steady that it won't even get off the couch. All right, lie number five, and this one's a government favorite. Governments can regulate Bitcoin companies, they can ban exchanges, but they cannot ban the Bitcoin network itself. China tried it in 2021. They banned mining completely. Hash rate dropped for a couple of months, then miners relocated, plugged back in, and the network hit new all-time highs. That's the thing. Bitcoin doesn't have a headquarters, a CEO, or an off switch. You can ban Bitcoin about as effectively as you can ban the internet. And seriously, good luck with that. All right, lie number six is a tech misunderstanding. This one comes from people who don't understand the difference between Bitcoin's base layer and its payment layers. On-chain Bitcoin, the base layer, is built for security and settlement. Blocks come every 10 minutes, and that's by design. But if you want instant and cheap transactions, that's where the Lightning Network comes in. It's a second layer on top of Bitcoin that can send money anywhere in the world instantly with almost zero fees. Saying Bitcoin is slow is like saying airplanes are slow because boarding takes 30 minutes. All right, let's keep rolling. Lie number seven. Let's clear this up. Bitcoin is not a Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme has a central operator who promises returns and uses new investors' money to pay old ones. Bitcoin does not have a central operator, it does not promise returns, and the ledger is completely open for anyone to audit. Now, there are Ponzi schemes in crypto, and those get busted all the time, but Bitcoin is not one of them. If anything, the real Ponzi is the fiat system. It literally requires more debt every single day just to keep going. Okay, lie number 8. This ties back into the environmental arguments, but this is different than the energy waste lie. This is the full Bitcoin is killing the planet narrative. The truth is, Bitcoin mining can actually help the environment. By using stranded renewable energy, balancing the grid during peak demand, and capturing methane from landfills or oil fields, miners can reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The banking system, on the other hand, runs massive buildings 24/7 to process paper statements that nobody reads. Now, Bitcoin mining is not perfect, but it's a lot cleaner than people think, and it's getting cleaner every single year. All right, lie number 9. In 15 years, thousands of so-called Bitcoin killers have come and gone. Not one has matched Bitcoin's decentralization, security, liquidity, and network effect. Bitcoin has the largest mining network, the most developers, the deepest liquidity, and the strongest brand in the space. Trying to replace it is like trying to replace the wheel. You can try, but good luck rolling it. It's not going to work. And finally, lie number 10. This is my favorite. People say, I wish I'd bought it $100. Yeah, and people in 2035 will wish they bought it today's price. Global Bitcoin adoption is still under 5%. We're in the early chapters, the internet equivalent of the late 1990s. You'll know you're late when your grandma is dollar cost averaging from her phone. For 15 years, they've been lying about Bitcoin, and yet the network is stronger than ever. Learn the facts, keep stacking, and next time someone throws FUD at you, send them this video. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the dumbest Bitcoin lie you've ever heard? Drop it in the comments below. I'm going to read them all and probably roast a few in the next video. If you've got value out of this, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. It's free, unlike the bank fees you're still paying. All right, that's it for today. Ratchi out.